Hey guys, RPM here. Hope you're doing well. Having a really great day in this video. I want to test out my RTX 2080 Ti. Actually, all of the 20 series cards. If you guys don't remember, this is my 20 series mining rig where I have a 2080 Ti, 2080, I think a 2080 Super, 2070 Super somewhere, and then 2060 and 2060 Super. And so I'm gonna try it on the new Mini Z version software that just came out, and apparently that optimized a lot of the, I guess, Ampere GPUs, but on the Turing, I'm curious to know if we are going to get more efficient numbers, because the 2080 Ti, I think, as we all knew, was the king for Flux Mining, and now I believe the 2080 Ti is no longer the king for Flux Mining. So I'm wanting to test it out against my 3070s, like in terms of efficiency, and then also RTX 3080s. Okay, I have an RTX 3080 rig here, 8x3080s, and I want to see how these cards fare now and what the efficiency is, as there's been an optimization in terms of the Flux Mining in Mini Z miner. So I'm gonna have to turn off some rigs actually, because I don't want to overload the power that I'm currently using in this whole house. So I'm gonna keep my 3070s on, gonna keep my ASICs on. I think for the time being, just for this test, I'm gonna turn off my A2000s. Actually, what I'll do is I'll move one of the rigs, A2000s, to mining Flux on Mini Z and see how these A2000s do as well as the 3070s, 3080s, and then the notorious 2080 Ti. I'm gonna put them up here, and then I will see you guys in the computer right after a word from our sponsor.
Established in 2017, OctoMiner is an international mining hardware company. They manufacture and engineer the best mining equipment in the industry and supply rigs to some of the largest mining farms around the world. Their GPU mining rigs also integrate with the top crypto operating systems like HiveOS, MinerStat, and Simple Mining. All parts come with an international 1-year warranty. Exciting news! They will be adding ASIC miners for sale to their website soon and launching a new product built specifically for ASIC home miners. Please visit octominer.com or email support@octominer.com for questions.
Alright guys, so I'm going to show you the 5 mining rigs I have here as an example. I have the A2000 rig, I have my 20 series rig, I got the 3080 rig, also the 3070 rig, and also my 6700 XTs. So altogether, I just wanted to also, near the end of this video, go through the efficiency of all the rigs together. You can freeze frame this if you want to look at it now, but I'll get back to this. Let's go through first my A2000s, okay? Now, these are on the new Mini Z, okay, the new Mini Z miner 1.9 Z4, 3 days ago, and it says major improvements for all Flux on all GPUs, up to 20%. And yes, I've seen definitely a noticeable increase on the A2000s in terms of the hash rate. And yeah, it's really good. It's extremely efficient on the A2000s. See, you can see here in the software, 0.5, 0.52 efficiency almost amongst all the A2000s. So that's really good. These are the A2000 6GB cards stock, not modded or anything like that. Okay, let's go to the next rig. So this is now the 20 series rig. Okay, so this is where I have the 2080 Ti, 2080 Super, yada yada yada, all these other 20 series cards, and you can see my overclocks and the numbers here that I'm able to get 100 souls on the EVGA 2080 Ti with Samsung memory, right? So that's all well and good. Did I notice an increase in the hash rate when I moved to Mini Z? No, I did not. There was no increase in hash rate moving to the Mini Z software. Well, I actually did have this on Mini Z before, and now with the new update, I didn't really notice a improvement in terms of the hash rate using the same overclocks here like I did before. Probably you guys that have 2080 Ti's have probably noticed that as well. So what's the efficiency there for the 2080 Ti? And that's about 0.418. Okay, and we all know NVIDIA cards are generally, you know, the same at the wall, what it shows in the software, pretty much. And yeah, that's obviously looking at that. And amongst the other 20 series GPUs, not as great as my A2000s in terms of efficiency. Okay, but in terms of density, yes, 2080 Ti wins out because obviously you get, what, 3 times more hash rate than three A2000s versus 2080 Ti, if that makes sense. So knocking off, what, 0.1 efficiency for having 1 GPU versus 3 A2000s. You guys know what I mean there. But okay, so that's the 20 series mining rig efficiency, okay? Now, let's go to the next mining rig, the 3080s. Okay, so this is one that surprised me a little bit here. We are now getting more hash rate with the new Mini Z on my 3080s, okay, 10 gigabyte cards. And I think these are all non-LHR. I guess that doesn't even matter anymore. So looking at, I've decided to try different power limits. So you can see here on the right side, 2060 power limit, 255, 250, 245. So I just went down in 5 increments. You can generally see here the hash rate that goes down here, right? As I go down in the power, I just want to showcase this, that it goes down in hash rate as well. Same overclocks on the core and memory. And I tried negative 104, I tried 0, I tried 1000. Hash rate, really, it didn't change at all. Like adding the memory or not, or negative 1004, it didn't change the hash rate. So I decided to just keep it like this. You can put 0, negative 1004. You're probably going to get the same souls per second here, as Flux seems to be non-memory intensive anyway, so it's more core intensive algorithm. So anyways, you can see at one point I was getting 110 souls, but yeah, we're hovering around 108 at around, I think, 250 power limit. But what's the efficiency here? This is the kicker here. And 0.415, 0.426, 0.3. So I think looking at this with the 83080, it looks like the efficiency for the fourth one here is good. 245 power limit, 105.3 souls. So what's better, 3080 or 2080 Ti? Looks like the 2080 Ti is going a little bit, I mean, the 3080 looks like to be a little bit more efficient now than the 2080 Ti because of the new optimization for Mini Z for mining Flux. So yeah, I think we all noticed that on the Ampere cards, we're getting more hash rate on the 30 series cards rather than the 20 series cards. Okay, so that's kind of what I wanted to get at this video. Better than the 2080 Ti, which was the notorious king for Flux mining, and now that is not the case anymore because Mini Z and LOL Miner has figured out a way to get more hash rate on these cards now, which is a huge step up. And I mean, gonna talk about it later, but I mean, as everyone figures this out, the hash rate's probably gonna start going back up as everyone's gonna move over to the new LOL miner or new Mini Z miner, right? If that makes sense. So now going along, okay, the 3070 rig now, okay, some of you guys might want to see my overclocks here. I haven't changed them. 150 core, 1000 mem, 137 PL. I'm getting above 70 souls per 3070, which is utterly insane. So the efficiency there is 0.535, 0.516, 0.518, 0.522, 533. So pretty much, like I explained with my A2000s, pretty much the same as my A2000s. I think in the software, it looks like the 3070s are looking like a little bit more efficient, but at the wall, actually, for my rigs, the 12 A2000s and 3070s, 83070s, they're pretty much the same. I think I talked about that, but yeah, we'll come back to this in a sec. Now, the last rig, 6700 XTs. Okay, here are my overclocks that I'm using in case anyone is interested. And yeah, getting about 37 souls with the Mini Z miner, latest Mini Z miner we're using on this rig. And here are the efficiency. Look at this, 0.464, 0.49, 0.5, 0.481, but that's in the software. And we did explain that, you know, it shows, you know, about 75, 72, 75, 70, 70 watts on the software, but the whole rig is at 818 watts. So obviously AMD cards take a little bit more. I think we've explained that before. But yeah, 6700 XTs, pretty efficient in my opinion. But as a whole, okay, now let's get to the efficiency list here. As a whole, okay, the A2000 rig and the 3070 rig, I think we all knew, like, these cards are extremely efficient for mining generally overall compared to all the other GPUs that are out there. Mind you, I don't have a 170HX or like the mining specific card or a couple other GPUs I think that I was thinking that might be good, but no, I think the A2000s consumer level and 3070s, obviously consumer GPU easily can get to buy now, are the generally most efficient GPUs for mining overall. Now, we have my 3080 rig. I took the hash rate, total hash rate, souls per second, mining Flux, and the power at the wall in Octominer just to verify with you all here where I figure that out is right here. Okay, in HiveOS. Is not sponsored in this video, just mentioning the truth here that it does show the power consumption of each of the power supplies. All right, that's the power. One of the best features with Octominers, in my opinion, with the HiveOS integration, showing the power consumptions true at the wall here. And I have verified that with a watt meter, you know, a power meter, a digital meter, everything. It's exactly true. It's really awesome. Anyways, going back to my efficiency here. Okay. Yeah, so 0.37 for the whole rig for 3080s, and then the 6700 XT rig 0.36, and then my 20 series rig is in last place here at 0.35, which is, I mean, these three rigs altogether are really not that far off. I mean, pretty close together. But yeah, A2000's 3070 rigs do eke out a little bit more, almost 0.1, I'd say 0.08, 0.09 more efficient than the other rigs here. But I think we all knew that. Okay, so guys, there you go. That's all I wanted to do in this video. Let me know your thoughts. Let me know if you guys have any better overclock numbers that I've tried a lot with my 2080 Ti. I tried 235, but when I did that, it would drop down to like 98 or 97 souls. And yeah, and I tried dropping the memory, but then actually dropping the memory actually dropped the souls per second as well. So yeah, some funky stuff with that, I guess. But the 30 series cards seem like they don't need memory as much, it seems. Okay, so all right, guys, let me know your thoughts. Let me know if you guys have noticed more hash rate, obviously, with moving to Mini Z. Okay, that's it. I'll see you on the next one. Have a good one. Peace out.